strangest thing. It's shorter than you think. No think.
What's up, y'all? This your girl Queen's House Crime. I'm back with another video. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Okay, let's get into the real Candus. Okay, the Candus that abused her older children, that allegedly didn't want anything to have nothing to do with her older daughter. Let's get into the real Candus. Not the fake facade Candus that's parading around on YouTube and at the church prayer vigils and on the news clips and fake interviews. Not that fake Candus, the real Candus. Okay? That likes to smoke and drink and do things and abuse her kids when instead she wants to portray that she's a loving mother. Let's get into that Candus, okay? Abusing your kids is a crime. So we talk about all crimes. So let's get into Candus Blys crimes, okay? Now, I did research Lil Candus a little bit, or just did a little bit more digging, okay? Because I wanted to find out if she herself says her mother abused her. And to my knowledge, I found something, okay? I found a lot of things when I did, because when I watched J for Justice, it made me want to look more into Candus Bly and Lil Candus. So I did my own research, okay? And I found a couple of things, okay, that stuck out to me. So let's talk about it. So this, because we don't hear much from grandma, right? We don't hear much from grandma. So this particular message I found was grandma telling the same story that Don and Candus are saying to the interviews. That doesn't match up with the 911 call dispatch, okay? Now, let's look at what she says, okay? So someone sent her a little message. She asked, or someone sent her something. They asked, what's this? I'm bringing it up because it was a thing in the past. And she says, Hunter, Summer, and I, Candus was planting flowers right before she went missing. We came, the camper had a piece of candy. Mom walked Summer halfway back home to see her brothers. Okay, so Grandma Candus saying halfway because Candus is iffy. She says 1 minute she walked them halfway. The next minute she says she walked her in and told her brothers to watch her. Okay, so I don't know if you walked her halfway, how you tell her brothers, your sons, to watch her, because halfway the boys wouldn't have seen you or talked to you. Okay, because they're in the house allegedly playing games and watching TV, right? So that is another inconsistency, by the way. So grandma says halfway back home to see her brothers. And they said she went down to her room to play and she was gone. Mom helped me straighten my knee brace out. 4 minutes at most, said she had to go check on the kids. And Summer has been missing since. Somebody asked her what kind of candy was it. were you guys off the shits that day? So they was asking, was y'all on drugs or was y'all high, this, that, and the third. The reason why I'm pointing out what Grandma's saying, because this is definitely, in my opinion, a story with the planting the flowers and the giving of the candy and her walking her in there. This is definitely a story, and this is not likely what happened, okay? Something else happened to that baby, and they are putting a story together, which is falling apart, okay? Yeah, it's falling apart. So, yeah, because she says halfway back home. So if you're halfway back home, you're in the outside in the grass. How are you telling your sons to watch her? They're inside. Did you yell for them? Because you're saying it like you went inside to tell them. Okay? So that right there is just does not make any sense. Okay? Halfway, there's no way you told your sons to keep an eye on her because they was inside, glued to the Minecraft, right? So you could just tell with a lot of inconsistency in this story that this is a made-up story. Let's move on to the next. But Grandma did speak out, and it looks scripted. It's just a scripted story that they're all sticking to. Then, this is what I want to show you guys with Lil Candus, okay? So shout out to Jay for Justice, because listening, to her information made me want to go do a little digging and seeing what Lil Candus has to say about her mom, because I already suspected Candus for abusing her older kids and abusing these four. I kind of felt that she has a little mean streak to her, because you could tell she's faking and have this fake persona on being a great mother, okay? So Lil Candus says, no, Candus Blys Blys my bio mama. Candice Herrera is my bio grandmother. Summer is my half-sister because she got divorced from Andrew, which is Lil Candus's father. Andrew is my bio dad. I have a bio brother named Andrew as well. He's Candus Blys' oldest. My aunt is Rosemary Bly, the one that's been missing for 10 years. So you're going to see a couple of things of Lil Candus speaking out, okay? This is one of the things I really want you guys to pay attention to, okay? So this is Lil Candus floating. I was adopted at 6 months, put back into foster care around the age of 12 along with my brother. I was told my bio mom was a meth head and abused us as babies. She has a record, not sure if she has one where she is now in Tennessee, but she has one or a few in Wisconsin for sure. I've never met any other siblings besides my bio. I know as much as you guys. I'm sorry, I can't be of much help. This is her side of why my brother and I got taken and her records for Wisconsin, okay? And so she sent them another message as well, okay? And she sent her what her mama said of why they got taken, which I guess doesn't match and make sense of what the court records are saying, okay? But I wish people would stop reaching out to Lil Candus, because she's a child. And what y'all need to do is, she's been through enough in her life with her being born to Candus and Andrew and what they put her through. So I just wish people would not reach out to that little girl, because she's a victim and she's a minor. I mean, yes, she's an adult, but she's a victim and she's a child, okay? So, yeah. Let me just state that and put that on record, okay? So Lil Candus does state that, her mother abused her and her little brother when they was younger. And that's what I was looking for, of Lil Candus, if she ever came out and said, yes, Candus Bly abused us when we was kids. And that's what I was looking for, and that's what I got, okay? Which I'm not surprised, because I already felt that Candus Bly gets down like that, okay? That this is all a fake persona that they're putting out here to cover for Summer Wells' disappearance. So here goes Candus's excuse. This is what she says on her messages. She says, well, I was with someone that I thought loved me and wanted a family. But I was wrong and I have no excuse. But I was only 19 and he was 42. So here goes that victim role, okay? Yeah, you was 19, he was 42. He's definitely in the wrong. Y'all was both grown. Your mother had no problem with it. So that's not neither here or there. But you are projecting all the blame onto Andrew when you were a part in it too. You took drugs as well. You took in abusing your children. It's not all on Andrew. He's definitely a lot to blame. But you being in trouble and locked up too for the things you done to your oldest children. So with that being said, you're not a victim. But in this message, she's going to portray like she was victimized. You know, she takes no responsibility. Andrew put her on into drugs. Andrew did this. And I'm not saying that he didn't. He probably did. He might have abused her or whatever. But she helped abuse those children. So when you become an abuser yourself to innocent children, I have a problem with that. So she says, well, I was with someone that I thought loved me, wanted a family, but I was wrong. And I have no excuse, but I was only 19 and he was 42. He was into drugs. I didn't know what they were at the time, so I tried it, didn't like it. And I told him I didn't, and he kept telling me if I didn't do them with him, he would take you and your brother away from me. But he was very a controlling person. If I didn't do something right or his way, he berated on me. I tried to leave with y'all, but we live a long way out of town, and I could never get out. Then the courts got involved, and I was given a choice, either let you guys go to a family or they were going to take you. So I signed you over so y'all could have a better life and a chance to be better than I was. But you didn't sign them over to a family. CPS removed the kids, and y'all got arrested. See, Candus is a liar, okay? And she can't keep her lies straight. She went through many foster homes. You didn't sign her over to a family. CPS removed those children. It's court documents. CPS removed the kids from abuse and neglect, okay? Your son was beat beyond, okay? So therefore, CPS got involved and removed the children. You didn't willingly sign them over because they gave you an ultimatum. If anything, CPS would have tried to help you get yourself together and give you some time to get yourself together, and then, you know, you can work to get your kids back. But, yeah, you didn't want to do that. You kept not following your court orders and end up being locked up. From what I see in the court documents, you didn't want to do right, okay? But she likes to project a lot of things onto Andrew. She likes to play the blame game. And I'm just not falling for it, guys. I'm just not falling for it. I'm not convinced. But yeah, so she says, but I've gotten a lot better now. I haven't in over 15 years. You do have a half-sister and 3 half-brothers. And even if you don't want anything to do with me, can we at least try to be friends? I really do think of this is stupid and I'm dumb. I was sorry for her. So I would like to know when she reached, if little Candus reached out to her or did Candus reach out to her daughter. I would like to know when this was and who reached out to who. Because allegedly I was hearing that little Candus reached out, called her with her foster mother. And Candus said, don't call me no more. Okay, so I would like to know when this actually took place because, yeah, I want to know that. I would like to know when this actually took place. Was this after Summer Wells went missing and people went looking and searching for your older daughter? Or was this before? And I'm starting to believe this was after Summer Wells went missing and she had to show face. Because you had all this time. Your daughter's an adult now. So you had all this time to reach out to her, to try to make things right. So, again, this is for sure. For sure. But yeah, so this is what she tells her daughter, which is a bunch of BS. Yeah, it's just a bunch of BS, y'all. So, the part that really stuck out was she tried to make it seem like to her daughter she didn't have a choice. Yes, CPS got the kids, but they was being abused and neglected. Okay? And she's saying that she was given a choice either to let them go to a family or they were going to take her. Well, they took them for abuse. You didn't let them go to a family. So that's all lies. So I'm just letting y'all see the lies for yourself, okay? So they even reached out to Daddy Andrew. He said he'll give them the right places to look. I'm his father, and he lives with his mother. I think you, son, was just an alibi for her myself, and I pray his mother keeps him far away from that woman that took him swimming for his sake. So these are just a couple of messages that I ran across. And some of them are scratched out. Okay. Grandma Candus, she is talking to somebody. And they're having a little argument or a debate. And, they're going back and forth. And people are asking, why is there anyone attacking the grandmother? Candus says, you're right. She didn't just walk off. So, yeah, Candus. Y'all making it in this circle right there. She didn't just walk off. Well, y'all making it seem like someone came up and got her, but that she had to walk down the hill to get abducted. She had to walk outside to get abducted because, how would somebody have got in the house and y'all not see them if you allegedly was really outside like you said, which we know that's probably not true. And they got people arguing the house is being remodeled and the parts are actually sober. So try again before y'all ass start running that mouth like y'all do the best. So they are going back and forth. Candus Wells, Candus Herrera, which is Granny. Just a bunch of nonsense. Okay. Let's move on to the next thing. Someone says, I hate seeing these negative comments. I don't know why people make assumptions without truth. I pray you find your little girl, Candus. She seems so happy. Candus says she was a very happy little girl and we miss and love her so much. And then someone asked her, why are you talking about your daughter in past tense? Which they've been doing that from the beginning. That was a red flag from the beginning, okay? Someone also found when I was looking, Hunter posted May 27, 2020. He was in a relationship. Candus says, with who? Your hand. He says, yep, Rose Palm and her little 5 sisters. And Candus Bly says, and her brothers. He said, fuck you too. She said, no, bro, I don't fuck my homies. So something is kind of mentally, I think, wrong with Candus Bly. She looks at Hunter, this 15-year-old child, like her homie. So that's just something that stuck out to me to let you know that look how they conversate. Look how she talked with him. That she pretty much did buy him drink, that twisted tea, and smoked with him. Just you can tell of their relationship. She treated him like he was a real homie, like he was an adult. Right here, you got people talking about Candus having another child younger than Summer, but they gave up for adoption. And so allegedly there's screenshots out there of that. Yeah. So I'm just gonna let y'all look at that. Y'all can pause the video and look at it and read it, what people are saying. And that's another post again of what Candus Bly told her daughter, the reason why she was taking her and her brother. Which I just showed and pointed out that that's a lie of what she said. It didn't make sense. Alright, so that mugshot is his son. He was 19 when he got arrested for having sex with his underage girlfriend, which is why he isn't in prison for life. And I think they're talking about Don Wells. He has turned his life around, is doing well. He had nothing to do with the disappearance of Summer. So this is someone telling Ricky Bobby that mugshot is his son. He was 19 when he got arrested for having sex with his underage girlfriend, which is why he is in prison for life. He has turned his life around, is doing well. He had nothing to do with the disappearance of Summer. He lives in Utah. So they're talking about Little Donnie. Not Big Don, Little Donnie, okay? Because I guess some people are trying to figure out if Little Donnie has something to do with it because of his him being arrested for the underage girl, okay? So someone's telling him that he had nothing to do with it. He lives in Utah. As for Summer's father, just because it isn't on the sex offender list doesn't mean anything except that he hasn't been caught, which is true. I think Don Wells should have been on the sex offender list because he is a sex offender. Okay, he's a predator. All right, his past is full of sexual misconduct and rape of several children that I personally know of. Oh my God. This is a very important message, y'all. Y'all can pause and read this for yourself as well. I'm going to finish reading. This guy knows a lot of the people that Don Wells essayed. Okay? As for Summer's father, just because it is on the sex offender list doesn't mean anything except that he hasn't been caught. His past is full of sexual misconduct and rape of several children that I personally know of. Unfortunately, he is my uncle. Oh my God. The person in the mugshot, his son, is my cousin and my age and was my best friend growing up. Him and his sister had a terrible childhood, and that was just from what I personally witnessed. I'm sure it was worse behind closed doors. I want to say that might be Trish. But, yeah. So this is marriage records from Don's father and Jeannie's mother. Okay. But still, no one's been able to see any marriage records for Don and Candus. Makes you wonder, right? All right, this is a staging area of them when they were searching for Summer. All right, so y'all can pause and read that. Right here, the detectives asked Mom if she thought Candus was capable of hurting Summer, and she said, if I'm being honest, yes, I think Candus is capable of hurting Summer. The other person said, what the fuck? She said, yeah, and Candus has history of beating her children. So y'all can pause and look at that. So people that's close to them knew Candus had a history of beating her children, but yet she comes out to the public, which because we peeped through the bullshit, okay, on my channel, faking like she's this just great mother when we know otherwise. Another thing I thought was kind of weird was right here, someone stated the father is a registered sex offender, Don Wells' Wesley Wells more than 2 arrests for minors. And didn't I just tell y'all that I suspected that Don's father is a culprit or have done that before because he protected Don, and his response of when Jeannie told them he didn't care. He didn't want to know anymore. He didn't care, and he didn't want to go to the police. And that's when I knew for sure Don's father is a culprit and might have molested some kids back in his day and have possibly done something to Donald. And that's just my opinion, guys. But I'm just telling you, this goes deeper down the line. Okay, this goes back. So, yes, allegedly Wesley Wells has more than 2 arrests for minors. Okay. Y'all can pause and read this. They are talking about the footprints that was on allegedly Candus and Don's property, but allegedly it wasn't Summer's footprints. So y'all can read that. Y'all can pause and read this as well. This is when last year Candus Bly's statement on Don Wells when they got into that fight with Jose. Okay. And right here, you can pause and read this as well. This is when Candus, Lil Candus, was on the news. She went missing when she was in Wisconsin and was believed to be in the Twin City metro area, and they've been found safe. Okay? It was Lil Candus and a 13-year-old Michaela Hanson-Wild. They left their foster care residence in Street Creek Falls to go to school Tuesday morning. Never arrived. The girls were high risk for endangerment because of their age. Authorities believe they may have been traveling with an adult male in the Twin Cities. Okay, so Candus, you didn't sign her over to no family. Your daughter was abused throughout her whole life. Went through multiple foster cares. It ended up blessed with the last foster parent. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think of this information. It's your girl, Queen Talks Crime. I'll be back with another video. Y'all stay tuned. Love y'all.